We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello students, today we will discuss about the uh, topic that is argenometry, precipitation titration, and this is a topic included in pharmaceutical analysis from first semester syllabus. In that we will see about the several questions and answer for that. The first question is how solubility product in common ion affect the precipitation. So answer will be solubility product. What is that? If to a given amount of solvent at a particular temperature, a solute is added gradually in increasing amounts. A state is reached when some of the solute remains undissolved. No matter how long we wait or how vigorously we stir, the solution is then said to be saturated. A solution which remains in contact with undissolved solute is said to be saturated. At saturated stage, the quantity of the solute dissolved is always constant for the given amount of a particular solvent at a definite temperature. In case the solute is an electrolyte, its ionization occurs in solution and degree of dissociation depends on the concentration of the dissolved electrolyte at a particular temperature. So this is a equation how the ions are formed from the solid ionized form, and if we apply the ion equilibrium at a given temperature, that is law of mass action, then we can obtain the constant that is Ks, that is indicated over here. And a Ks term as solubility product is defined as the product of concentration of ions in saturated solution of an electrolyte at a given temperature. Consider the following equation. So in that, if we apply the law of mass action, then the constant will be like that. The solubility product is defined as the product of concentration of the ions rise to a power equal to the number of times of the ions occurs in equation representing the dissociation of the electrolyte at a given temperature when the solution is saturated. So what are the criteria for of precipitation of an electrolyte? No precipitation of an electrolyte occurs if the ionic product is less than the solubility product. So in case 1, when K IP is less than KSP, then solution is unsaturated in which the more solute can be dissolved. Case 2, when KIP is equal to KSP, then solution is saturated in which no more solute can be dissolved. And in case 3, KIP is greater than KSP, then solution is supersaturated and precipitation takes place. When the ionic product exits the solubility product, the equilibrium shifts towards the left hand side, increasing the concentration of unionized dissociated molecule of an electrolyte. As a solvent can hold a fixed amount of electrolyte at a definite temperature, the excess of electrolyte is thrown out from the solution as a precipitant. Thus, for precipitation of the electrolyte necessary for that the ionic product must exceed the solubility product. What is the common ion effect? So the common ion effect is the phenomenon in which the addition of an ion common to two solutes causes precipitation or reduces ionization. Lee Chatelier's principle, which states that a reaction stays in equilibrium unless acted on by an outside force, and the reaction will shift to accommodate the force and re-establish equilibrium. This means that if we want a solution to shift, we just apply an outside force such as temperature, concentration, or pressure. In case of an electrolyte common ion effect, a reaction can be shifted by adding an ion that is common in both solids, thus changing the concentration of ion in solution and shifting the equilibrium of the reaction. The net EF effect of the common ion is that it reduces the solubility of the solute in the solution. The common ion effect can make the insoluble substances more soluble. So the common ion effect causes that reduction of solubility when adding like ions. So here some illustration examples are involved, like when sodium chloride is added to a solution of HCl and water, the hydrochloric acid and water are in equilibrium, with the products being H3O plus and Cl minus. Then the some sodium chloride is added to the solution, then NaCl makes the Na plus and Cl minus. The NaCl dissolves into the solution, forming the Na plus and Cl minus. As the NaCl dissolves, the concentration of Cl minus ions increases, and the system accommodates by combining the Na plus and Cl minus back into NaCl, which is the solid, and precipitated out of the solution. In effect, more of the Cl minus ions, chloride ions, which are common to both of the reactions, were added to the solution in equilibrium, so the equilibrium shifted back to the left. For example, to the solubility of saturated solution of magnesium carbonate, if we add the K2CO3, that is a potassium carbonate, the magnesium carbonate makes Mg plus and CO3 minus 2. The potassium carbonate makes the 2K plus plus CO3 minus. So by adding the K2CO3 and concentration of the carbonate ions increases, which causes the reaction equilibrium to shift to the left, which makes the more magnesium carbonate and solubility decreases. The next question, nitrobenzene is added to the Volhard method. There is a comment which is asked in G2 examination. So answer will be Volhard's method is the determination of a chloride, bromine, and iodine in the form of halides by precipitating them with excess silver nitrate and titrating with them with excess or with thiocyanate ions solution. So the chloride solution is treated with the excess standard silver nitrate solution, and the residual silver nitrate is determined by titration with the thiocyanate solution. This is the explanation for that, how different reaction take place. Write a note on Fajan method of adsorption indicator. So here the arganometric titration is there is a type of arganometric titration, and how it is take place, it is given over here. Before the equivalence point, the chloride ion concentration is greater than the silver ion concentration, but after the equilibration point, silver ion concentration is greater than chloride ion concentration. And so property of the ionic precipitate like AgCl to absorb their own ions from the solution. Here the dichlorofluorescein ion is present in the solution, and dichlorofluorescein is termed as the adsorption indicator, and here signals the first presence of excess Ag plus silver ions in the solution. This gives immediate after the equivalence point as AgNO3 is added to the chloride solution. Fourth question may be explain Volhard's method of precipitation. So Volhard's method is a kind of argentometric titration, and in that here are some reactions. The chloride ion is treated with excess of standard silver nitrate solution, and the residual silver nitrate is determined by titration with the standard. Application of Volhard's method. These are the applications, advantages, limitations of the Volhard's methods. Next question may be, what is the argentometric titration? Describe Moore's method for determination of chloride. So this is the explanation for that, how different reaction takes place in the theory. Compare the Moore's method and Volhard's method. This is a comparison. Write a note on factors affecting the precipitant titration. This is a various factors like nature of solvent, pH of the solution, concentration of the reactants, low solubility product formation during the titration, the nature and the concentration of the foreign substances, temperature, order of addition of reagents. Thank you. This is the end of the lecture.